Ahem. Hi. Okay. Okay, wait. This? No, still low. That's probably still low. Hi DN, hi. Twitch stream has birthday in the title. Oh, I just changed it. You can refresh the Twitch title. The Twitch stream and it should reflect the current title. Because I changed it. Hold on. Is my mic picking up the right audio? What's going on here? Increase the volume a bit? I am. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, that was probably too much. Hi. Hi. Right? Should be good, right? Okay. I think this should be good. Yes. Okay. Hi, Dian. Hi. Twitch is dead. I wish it was, but it's not. Okay, this should be good, right? So another Niji Yab hit the company. Yeah. I mean, they had a Yab a couple days ago, where they accidentally threw Aki Suzuya. Oh fuck, I forgot his name. It's a he, by the way, because this was the femboy one. Hold on, let's actually go read this one first, because we missed talking about this during my birthday stream. Well, I mean, this didn't happen on my birthday, but it's happening. It did happen a couple days ago, where it's basically Nijisanji accidentally threw away all the fan letters for Aki Suzuya. And, well, suffice to say, a lot of people are not happy. It's been discovered that fan letters addressed to Suzuya Aki that arrived at our company between February 1, 2024 and end of September of the same year were mistakenly discarded due to improper management on our part. Therefore, we would like to report the details of this matter. Once again, solicit fan letters. Yep. And the sad part is, Aki was the one that actually asked for it. Guy was like, hey, you know, you got my letters? And then Nijisanji probably scrambled. Well, I wouldn't say scrambled, because it took them this long to find out. They probably like tried to find it slowly over the course of a year, and then only posted an announcement now saying that, yeah, we lost it. Probably didn't want Aki Suzuya's PL to start bitching about it. That's probably what's happening, honestly. And they even like say it out here that we confirmed that they had been mistakenly discarded during the office cleanup at the end of December 2024. Damn. Come on, dude. I don't know. The company didn't even bother moving it for over a year. Over 6 months. Come on, man. Come on. They were literally holding the letters for an entire year. Well, again, not an entire year, but like close to a year before not even sending it to him. But as a result of an internal investigation, no other cases has been confirmed of fan letters being discarded. Oh, okay, so no other members got their shit fucked. Fan letters are extremely important. Quit with the yapping about this, bro. You didn't important, but you didn't even give it to the streamer. Yeah. We still have a strong sense of responsibility for the fact that our mistake has resulted in the deprivation of an irreplaceable opportunity for both her fans and Aki Suzuya herself. Our company takes this incident very seriously and would like to offer our deepest apologies to Aki Suzuya and all her fans who have supported her, while put in place an even stricter management and storage system going forward. Okay. And will endeavor to prevent reoccurrence by storing and managing fan letters as electronic records when we receive them. How do you even do that? Like, handwritten letters cannot be electronic, no? But I guess, like, keeping track of how much letters there are specifically for one streamer. We've taken disciplinary action against the person in charge of this case and manager in accordance to with our company rules. Going forward, we'll strengthen the guidance of employees. Okay, so they fucked the guy that did it. Good enough, I suppose. Pomo situation again. They learned nothing. They fixed nothing. They don't care. Oh yeah, no, I genuinely don't think they do care. Like, what do you mean, bro? Genuinely, what do you mean? I don't know. Nijisanji has made enough of these yabs with the same sort of, whatchamacallit? With the same sort of, like, consistency and pattern. It makes me think that, no, I don't think Nijisanji is learning at this point. I think they're just trying to drag out everything that has happened. I mean, I think the biggest example of this was when Riku Tazumi was saying, yeah, we have big plans for Nijisanji EN for 2024. I believe if we continue to keep making content, perception of the EN fan base is going to be better. And we're going to take steps to make sure that EN management and PR for the overseas company is going to be absolutely great. And what the fuck did they do with it? What did they do with it? Absolutely nothing. We haven't seen anything come out from the EN branch. The only thing that we've seen from the EN branch was the promised 3D, the pastel colors bullshit. And that's only because they promised that over a year ago. God damn. I mean, to be fair, I stopped following Niji EN, so I don't know what they're doing these days. I know there's some couple 3Ds, but nope. It's been a year since the Doki Bird incident. Like literally 1 year. February, this month. So, not a good look. Absolutely not. If you want to predict how Nijisanji will behave, always ask, how will they earn money the latest way possible? Yeah, and that's why investors love them. That's why investors love them. I mean, actually, you know what? Let me go talk. Let me go back to my tweet real quick because I made a recent tweet about this. Where is it? Okay, here we go. From Chris. So we have this going on. Today, announced the Q3 result, and it's another record-breaking result for the company. But damn, do I hate greedy investors who are disappointed and they blame the excessive amount of internal investment for failing their profit prediction, which was absurdly high. This guy, Riku, is a better manager. Management is about profits rather than sales. I wonder what it's like for a talent company to lower labor costs, increase profits, and use the money for dividends instead of capital investments. And they have... this guy actually got support from a few people as well. With yes. Did this help with your investment? Yes. 13 people. God fucking depressing. And the worst part about this is, chat, the worst part about this is that these people, they are like a minor few, I would like to think. They're not the majority. They don't speak for a lot of people in the company, right? But god damn does it still suck. It still sucks that this is happening. It's not even fair. I wonder how well Niji investors are doing. That stock is crashing and burning. They're probably, as long as the investors are still making money from I don't know if Nijisanji gives out dividends, but they're probably still happy with it. I'm gonna be real. They saw these numbers and they're still disappointed. Holy shit. True. Look at this shit. It actually doubled their general profits from last year more than doubled. Well, it didn't more than double, but it like almost doubled. Jesus Christ. Genuinely, they're probably their best year financially, and they still don't like it. Wow. I mean, we can go ahead and read the report, but this is the summary. We can just look at the summary, and this is it. It's amazing. It's super good even. I'm guessing they are people who sold their Niji stocks and bought cover stocks, but still expect power to behave like Niji. Yep. And I don't like these sorts of parasites as well, honestly. I really don't. Again, these are the minority, but I made a tweet about it saying this. I think it's only a matter of time until cover genuinely craves to expectations like these, because we've seen these sorts of parasites actually go into cover Yago's, what's I'ma call it, like meeting, like the meeting that he has with these investors, and actually try to tell him, or like subtly imply, hey, we kind of want money. We see that Cover Corp is making a lot of money, but you know, can you be somewhat like Nijisanji, or you're giving us more of the money that you're making? It's like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I don't know if it's Japan culture that makes it so that these sort of people are not being called out, or are not being like, I don't know, berated by the Japanese public. But I think they should be. Because I would like to think that there's a lot of shitty VTuber companies, but Hololive is probably one of those VTuber companies that are one of the least shitty. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're the perfect VTuber company, chat. I'm just saying they're probably the least shitty right now. Because they actually know what they're, how to make internal staff happy, and at least most of their talents happy. I mean, to be fair, there are still people that are not happy with Hololive, right? Like, for example, we all know that Holostars are probably not being given the same support as the girls, because they're not making the most money. They're probably doing a lot of workarounds that a lot of us can consider not good. You know, they're not the perfect company. Every VTuber agency has their own weak points. Yeah. I've known these kinds of people. They are the kind who will call and show out their investment agents for over a loss of $5. These people are sociopaths. Real. Investors are weird, dude. Investors are weird. Given what happened in 2024 and how many times Hololive lost, I feel that once this happens, there will be mass graduations. I mean, there's already talks of people not being so confident about, you know, the direction of Hololive. Like, for example, you know how I mentioned it in my Absolute State of Hololive video, but a lot of people leaving just as Cover Corp says that there's gonna be a lot of change happening is, you know, it's cause for a lot of doom posting. Whether it's justifiable that people are doom posting over that is up to you. Me personally, I do think so, but that's just me. Investors don't think akamadali as long as they get money, so it's more like a very normal thing. Yeah. Yeah. Tell those JP investors to invest in crypto instead. They probably have something in crypto. Yeah. If Fubuki or Suisei leaves, then we know it's over. I don't think Fubuki or Suisei will ever leave, chat. I'm gonna be real. I feel like Fubuki's entire life at this point, okay, maybe not entire life, right? But I feel like Fubuki's Hololive is a major part. Hololive is a big part of Fubuki's life now. And I think she pretty much consider it as her home. I don't think she's ever gonna leave. Or rather, if she does leave, then she doesn't want to. Suisei, I don't think should leave either. Like, Suisei doesn't give off the Suisei doesn't give off the impression that she wants to leave Hololive, because Suisei, as we know, is the type of person that absolutely wants to throw hands with management all the time if things does not go her way. And besides, Hololive needs Suisei more than Suisei leaves Hololive at this point. Oh, Lorem Ipsum, thank you for joining membership. Get down, Mr. DN. A second document has hit any color. Okay, actually, you know what, let's go. Let's segue into that. Can't say that for sure though. Suisei? I mean, Suisei fights with management all the time. She says it herself. Like, I think if there's anyone that wants to stay in Hololive or that would rather be on Hololive, it's probably Suisei. No Fubuki? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm no, of course, yeah, I can't say that for sure. All I'm saying is that if I was somebody that has stuck with the company since its inception and is pretty much the pillar for the community and also for the internal staff and the company itself, like, you have to realize, chat, I made this in my Fubuki video. Fubuki is somewhat like pseudo management at this point. Like, she pretty much acts as like the support person of Hololive. Like, she's a pillar for Hololive for a reason. And she talks about this as if it's like, she talks about this as if she was Spider-Man, right? Like, this is a burden that I must bear. I must be strong for this company. I must be strong for everyone, even though things are not going my way. Like, she talks about this a lot, right? And I mentioned this again before. I feel like she's the type of person that does not or cannot or feels that she cannot leave Hololive. Yeah, I love Hydra. Real, dude. Real. Did she even go to college? Fubuki? Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, if Hachama can graduate college, I imagine a lot of the girls can. Bucky acts like senior representative that money. Yep. Since we say join with her IP, I wonder if she can leave with IP. No, I don't think so. I don't think Suisei is gonna be able to leave Hololive and keep her IP. Because the way these absorptions to the companies work is that if at least from the precedents that we've seen, this is not necessarily one-to-one, right? If a VTuber wants to join a VTuber agency, going forward, the agency is gonna pay for everything that a VTuber might do as long as it involves the company, but as a result, they have to buy the IP from the VTuber or they're gonna get it as part of the company. Because legally, it's troubling for a VTuber agency to pay for an asset that's not even theirs. Pay for assets for an IP that's not theirs, I mean. Like, it's not just feasible, right? So, if we know that Cover Corp is paying for, like, Suisei's stuff, then Suisei cannot absolutely leave with her IP because Cover Corp owns it now. Yep. I used to be a member until the first memberships were removed. Oh, hi, Lorem Ipsum. Yeah. No, thank you for coming back, dude. Suisei could sign it. No, I don't think so. If Suisei signed an exclusive contract back then, because she joined Hololive at a very special circumstance, then I'm gonna imagine that after she got officially absorbed into the company back in 2020, she is officially a Hololive member with the same contract as everyone else. I think that's the most likely part. Because after Inonaka died, I don't think there's any special circumstance anymore. Valentine's just ended for me, but here's some flowers, bro. Oh shit, I appreciate that, Hellbane. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. All the single bros in the chat, come out. Let's hang out. True, Azihara, true. But then again, like I said, chat, Hololive, Suisei is not the type of person to leave Hololive until there's a company that's better than Hololive. We have to remember, Suisei back then was trying everything by herself, trying to get people to do things for her, trying to assemble her own management team as an indie. It failed. It absolutely failed. She does not want to become an indie. It's too difficult for her. She has too much things going on. She does not have the time. And she probably has the money, but she doesn't have the time. She doesn't have the team. She does not have the capacity. And she joined Hololive for this exact reason. She got rejected multiple times by multiple agencies. And she tried going solo. Didn't work. Tried to do it again. Found Hololive and now she's here. Single by choice or single by circumstance? A little bit of both. I'm not actively seeking a partner. At the same time, it's not, you know, yeah. Axel just recently graduated college a month ago. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Congrats to him. Indies back then are different compared to indies now. Oh yeah, no, of course they are. But as a Japanese VTuber, no, not really. If you were an indie back then and an indie now as a Japanese VTuber, since things are like relatively similar, there's probably very minor differences. I mean, one could argue, I suppose, that Suisei could hit it off by herself if she wants to because she has the money and she has enough connections to assemble a team by herself. But still, I don't think she wants to go through the hassle. There's a reason why in Japan, agencies are pretty commonplace. A lot of people normally don't hit it off by their own, especially if they're an idol. As a streamer, yes, but Suisei is more idol than streamer. So we have that going. Yep. Anyway, let's go back to the Vox thing. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay. Let me just womp. Okay. You can read it, right? You should not have any troubles reading this. We have a doozy over here, bros. Would it be fair to say that the golden age of VTubing is over, but we're in the downfall phase? Oh, we've never been in the downfall phase. A lot of people would like to call this a stagnation phase, where growth is very slow but steady, or the plateau phase. But I'd like to reword that into stabilizing. It's more like we've reached the extent of how popular VTubing can be, because we've pretty much extended ourselves to the mainstream consciousness, but not a lot of people are necessarily interested in us. It's like anime, right? Like everybody knows what anime is, but not everyone is an anime fan. How long is the doc? Oh bro, it's 51 pages. So I hope you guys are, you know, prepared for this. Get your coffee. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be absolutely a long night. Okay. Holy indeed, bros. Holy indeed. Hold on, let me just increase the chat size so I can read it here. Okay, that should be good. This is gonna be a long clip, isn't it? Oh, bro. Yep. It's okay, RVJ. You can just clip my coverage of this part and the coverage of my Nijisanji ramble with Aki Suzuya. Anyway, I only read until chapter 7, just skim chapter 8 on this doc. Yep. Anyway, let's go over this. We do not harass anybody mentioned in this, especially victims of Vox Akuma. Don't harass Vox Akuma. He has moved on despite not taking any real consequences for our actions. Thank you for reading this. Absorb the knowledge and go on with your day with the knowledge of the off chance that Vox is still doing these things with other women without Nijisanji or the public's knowledge. We do not acknowledge, oh, it's a we, so it's multiple people. We do not acknowledge that he still is doing this with other women, but we are unsure and do not want anybody else harmed by him in the future. We urge you not to try to contact us, as we do not plan to do a follow-up in this document in the near future. So first things first, I don't think Vox is doing this with other women in Nijisanji, because from the things that we've heard, there's really only been good things that a lot of women are saying about Vox. Like, apparently, maybe Vox is like subconsciously flirting with them, but they also probably flirt with him back or something. Like, I don't think he necessarily harasses anybody in the EN branch. At least that's what I think, based off of the things that we've learned about him. What's happened with Vox? Oh, there's a second document about him, exposing him for his past, basically. Alleging him to be a sex pest. Yeah. So yeah, it's another expose, doc, bro. Welcome to the stream. This section is for Nijisanji or anybody else working under with, plans, or work with them in the future specifically. We urge you to know who this company associates with. The horrible allegations surrounding Astor Arcadia as of writing of this document have not yet been resolved. That alone should give you thought, not to mention the horror stories of past Niji livers in the past 2 years and the very public dramas between Nijisanji and their livers, Mint, Doki, and Sayu. Whatever your opinions may be, blah blah blah. Okay, so I do agree. There's a lot of allegations surrounding Astor Arcadia, nothing's happened. But to be fair, there's a lot of pause going on for their streams during this time because there's an active investigation going on. So I do have to give Nijisanji that credit, I would like to think. Yeah. Assuming that we are making this document maliciously fake, our opinions of him before learning this information were somewhat neutral. I did not 100% believe these allegations before researching and finding all the following evidence. So, it's a we, but it's also an I. So I'm gonna imagine that one person made this document, but I don't know if he talked to multiple people about it or there's people coming to him because he has interesting usage of his pronouns. Well, not pronouns. What's this thing called? Like things that refer to himself. A little bit of a yap, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is written a little bit unnecessary. Well, not a little bit. It's very unnecessarily long. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Well known that Nijisanji is a black company willing to exploit farmer employees, illegally fire overseas employees. I don't think that was illegal since Doki Bird was the one that actually straight up wanted to drop, right? And possibly hold an employee's visa. Okay, so they're going with the rats. Okay. They're going with the rats. Kept sex pests around even after allegations against them has been circulating for nearly 10 months. Astor Arcadia, okay. And people like Vox and Luca. They have allowed all of this to persist and some even caused some of these themselves. Know who you support and what their motives may be. Okay. It is important to recognize that while time may change, blur our memories, it does not erase the consequences of our actions or the actions of others. People can change, but such change often depends on self-awareness and genuine accountability. Without knowledge of the past, how can we... Oh shit. Hold on, chat. That's probably my delivery. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna mute for a sec. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Knife DN reaction, yep. Has Vox been streaming since last year? Vox has been streaming for a while now. Since 2022. Okay, anyway, where are we? Although our past does not define us, it undeniably influences who we are today. This reality prompts us to critically examine narratives we accept about other... Jesus fucking Christ, this is super long! Come on, dude. I don't know. This is an entire research paper. What is this, dude? So much time has been... Wow. Alright. With that being said, Vox Akuma had a possible... Okay, so we have to reiterate this, I guess, before we go deeper into this document. But a lot of this are unverified. A lot of this are regurgitating second-hand accounts. So don't take any of this at face value before we actually see anything, right? A lot of this are unconfirmed, and I think we should treat it as such. Yep. Thesis worthy, perhaps? I don't know about being thesis worthy, but it's super, like this reality prompts us to critically examine the narratives we accept about others' journey towards redemption. Like, dude, just say that, you know, like, just say this in a simpler way, or like in a faster way. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be going over a timeline of events that happened during the later half of 2010s and early 2020s that hold serious allegations that Vox, in his time before and during Nijisanji, has refused to publicly acknowledge or refute. Oh, okay. A TLDR for this document is that we are alleging that Vox Akuma is the former voice actor Vade, wow, who worked with Starbot Dubs. Okay, the Starbot Dubs stuff is a very old a very old allegation. We've seen that before. Sans Comic TV and a few other channels. He went on to become Callisto before joining Niji EN as Vox Akuma. Alleging that these claims are true comes from every horrible thing that is attached to Vade's past during his time with Starbot, while also in no way saying that anything Vox did behind the scenes was Starbot's fault, as she was unaware of these actions and allegations until 2018. And the allegations we are bringing forth are solely his fault. We also want to make it apparent that this document is in no way meant to attack... Okay, you already mentioned this in the introduction, bro. Okay. Of course, we cannot control Vox's actions, so it is impossible to defend him, or to stop him, but lessening his ability to reach out... Dude, come on! But lessening his ability to reach out to people outside of Nijisanji is a safeguard for the VTubing community? I don't know, man. You're kind of 2 years late. You're 2 years late. Did he went through this with ChatGPT just to make sure? I don't know. I feel like the person that made this took too much time to write this document. Being overly verbose to attempt to sound smart. Yep. And the bad thing about it is that I used to do this back in high school. You know, for English tests, not English tests, for those English thingamajigs. Yeah. We'll go over Vox's alleged past, which includes possible cheating, manipulation, running a homophobic and transphobic Discord. Oh yeah, no, we've definitely... Wow. Sexual coercion, sexual assault, doxing, emotional manipulation, emotional abuse, bullying people with autism. This is normal, by the way, in VTubing. Chats bully people with autism all the time. Come on. Slander former friends and publicly outing a woman's sexuality without her consent. This does not include Vox Akuma's current behavior. Okay. Yeah, we bully you. I don't have autism, so that doesn't count. Honestly, all of these could apply to me. Bro, all of these could apply to most VTubers. What do you mean? Possible cheating and manipulation? Yep, that's every VTuber, bro. Every VTuber cheats on me by recognizing another chatter. The super chat is the penis. If a VTuber like you know, acknowledges another super chat, then she's acknowledging a better penis than mine. Manipulation, yeah, my favorite VTuber tells me to, you know, yeah. Are we Vox is Presnosagi Vox Akuma? Holy shit, that would be the worst thing for a lot of the Yumejos and the Fujos to, and the sisters in general to know that their beloved Vox Akuma is a Filipino. Come on, dude. You read my super chat? True, Hail Bale. For now, I acknowledge that your super chat is the biggest penis right now. Unless anybody in the chat wants to donate a higher amount. Hailbale Super Chat. Oh, Hailbale's penis is the biggest right now. Not gay, by the way. Maybe we are all Vox Akuma. Hello, what is this? Oh, we're just going over... Hi, Margo. Welcome to the stream. We're just going over new allegations from Vox that came out, like, literally recently. To give you a timestamp of when this document was made. This was made February 12, 2025. So literally like 2 days ago. Anyway, Vox Akuma allegedly first under the names Vade, Vadelith, and Vaderlith, but at some point has allegations being published by Starbot Dubs via a private YouTube video and unfortunately poorly archived Tumblr posts. He started daily streams in mid-2021, changed his online persona to Callisto on his old Vade YouTube channel. Evidence linking to Vade and Callisto together can be seen in this video, posted on November 2019 at 1:10:23 onwards. However, we will address him as Vox throughout the rest of this, as this is the current name he goes under. Dude, come on! Why do you have to say this, man? I don't know. Like, just say this. We will address him as Vox Akuma throughout the rest of this document. Just that, why? This is not necessary. Like, duh. I'm sorry, okay. There's a lot to nitpick about documents like this. Vox had worked with Stardubs via starting May 29, 2016. His first and official credited video being Underline Part 6. But around September 2017, so a year later, his last video that he is credited with is Snowy Mountain, released by Starbot in December 2017. During his time with Starbot, he was very close with Starbot as well as many other voice actors such as Terogue, VA, Ruby_Card, and Max out of 10, even going to Magfest together with them and posting about it on his Tumblr. Yep. Vox had almost exclusively worked with Undertale comic dub scene, as his first and last videos were both Undertale comic dub variety. It was made him popular. He did a few non-Undertale videos for games like Zelda, Mario, Overwatch, Mob Psycho 100, but Undertale was his main gimmick. Yeah, we know how Callisto or Vade loved Undertale, so this is true. He became rather well known for his work as Sans, Papyrus, and Asgore, especially W.D. Gaster in many series that would become Starbot's most popular, such examples are The Thought, Handpates, Starbot's most popular and third most popular video series respectively. Okay. However, in a now deleted video, Stardubs made an announcement that she described a big channel update, that she and Vox had gone their separate ways. In the deleted video, she described the separation as amicable, but on September 8, 2018, it would be revealed in a deleted follow-up that it was very, very much not. Okay. The allegations. Editor's note. After reflection and careful consideration of the implication of this section, we have concluded it lacks substantial evidence and relies primarily on hearsay. Therefore, I have chosen to completely rephrase this part, recognizing that it does not meet necessary standards for credibility and could lead to misunderstandings. Nomad. So I guess they call themselves the Nomads. I guess this is the group of victims that are coming out of this to reveal this shit. I just got here, what I missed. Oh yeah, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. We just ranted about how this document is unnecessarily long. Bro contracted that post-doc brain rot. Okay. Each version of the... Okay. In 2018, a video titled About Vade was uploaded to Starbot Dub's channel, where Starbot addressed the allegations that have been circulating both online and in real life. The video opened with an explanation that Vox had been unfaithful to 3 different girls simultaneously, all of who seems were somewhat aware of each other. Honestly, what a giga chad. The claims emerging from the now privated video, highlighted through closed captions, painted a troubling picture of Vox's conduct. The claims suggest he manipulated and mistreated these women, and further alleging that as a 16 turning 17-year-old less than 2 months after these events, one of whom was 14. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Never mind. Never mind. Whoa. Whoa. I'm gonna need proof for this, brother. Okay. If this were all true, it would just not be creepy and scummy, but the manipulation towards these three does not stop there. The first girl Starbot talked to was the Pony Brony. The 14-year-old. Vox, when breaking up with her sometime around Christmas dates, tried to manipulate her by saying that he could not see them together due to being Christian, and said he would not become religious just to have sexual interactions with her, as well as only loving her as a brother and father figure. That's a weird dynamic, bro. A friend of Starbot Duds who had gone into psychology was quick to notice emotional manipulation. He used to make it... A friend of Starbot who had gone into psychology, so probably not even somebody with a degree, was quick to notice the emotional manipulation he used to make it seem like it wasn't his fault but Pony's brony by blaming her religion? You're lambasting a guy that's like e-dating someone for her... What? Okay. Wow. This feels very Tumblr core. Yeah, dude, I've been into Tumblr, right? Like, I've been into that culture. A lot of the people there want to have a sexual relationship and wants to e-date. And then wants to bitch about it when they got, quote, emotionally manipulated or got their feelings hurt. I know what that behavior looks like. So, my opinions of this document are already not good. I don't know. Vox's actions are not only questionable due to the statement itself, but also when you account that Pony was 14 at the time, most likely would not be having these types of interaction with anybody, nobody. No, this is definitely not true. Do you have any idea how many 14-year-olds and how many minor people actively engage with sexual interactions with people online? A shit ton of them. A shit ton of them. So I would like to think that this is probably... I would have to find out Vox's age from this. Because if Vox was underage at the time, then this is probably fine. However, all of these were far from the only allegations. One of Starbot's and Vox's closest friends, call him Green in the video, had been caught up in something truly disgusting and unforgivable involving Vox if found true. If found true. Okay, so this is mostly just rats. Starbot and Green, Vox had been drinking, despite being... Wait, so he was 17 when all of this happened? That's not too bad. Okay. Actually, Starbucks pulled Vox aside and proceeded to very clearly and firmly tell Vox that Green is someone who gets flirty but does not take the initiative while drunk. Therefore, Vox should not do anything to her, especially since Green was 19 while he was only 17. I think this is all okay so far. We panicked at first when we saw the 16 turning 17 in the 14 part. But Vox himself, if he was 17, he was a fucking minor. Then all of these are not necessarily criminal. This all sounds like scumbag, well, maybe not necessarily scumbag, but typical like high school bullshittery going on. Mad weird though? Yeah, of course it's mad weird, but it's standard stuff that like horny drunk teenagers would do. Like it's scumbag stuff, but it's not criminal. I don't know. I don't think he should be cancelled for what he did back in his teenage years. I don't know. Okay. It should also be mentioned that in the script, Vox was also described as far more sober than Green. Starbot adamantly told Vox not to do anything with Green and then hopped in the shower. Oh, okay. When Starbot emerged from the shower dressed appropriately, she found Vox pinning Green down to the floor and making out with her against her will. Okay. This is important. She was able to get them apart and put them into separate rooms before going downstairs to get a smoothie, commenting that she would take care of things in the morning. When she came back to check up on them, Vox had found a room Green was in and was trying to convince Green to sleep with him. saying things such as, your anxiety will tell you this is fine, but it is, and you need to do this with me. Oh, okay, yo, now that's pretty bad. Can you imagine that in the Vox Akuma voice? Wow. Wow. Along with a few other comments such as, fuck Starbot. Green had confided in Starbot in the past that she had anxiety problems according to the script. If this is to be believed, Vox allegedly took advantage of someone's anxiety issues to pressure and sexually coerce them into sleeping with him. Under both USA and UK laws, this is considered sexual assault. Said victims under being the influence of alcohol is also a case of sexual assault. While both argument could be made that since both of them were under the influence of alcohol, then thus it wouldn't have mattered. That isn't true. Starbot described Vox as much more sober than Green in the closed captions. Later on in her following Tumblr post, she said that the sobriety of both people wasn't worth speculating over. But in closed captions, and thus the video by proxy, she is adamant that the audience knows that he admitted he was the initiator. Well, yeah, that sounds really bad, but, you know, not to defend Vox over here, I would, you know, we all want to hamp on somebody that wants to deserve it, but a lot of these are regurgitations from a second-hand account, chat. So we have to take that into consideration. This is bad, though. If all of this are true, this is bad. But again, unverified. How the fuck would you know their sobriety? Did she have a breathalyzer? Yeah, no. Probably not. I'm gonna assume that Green was a minor when this happened as well. So I'm gonna have to call into question her absolute, like, judgment on things when these happened. It still is a little bad, though. Can you TLDR what happened out of it for 1 month? We're not done yet. So far, people are alleging that Vox Akuma in the past is a sexual predator for initiating while being somewhat not under the influence of somebody. Of alcohol, rather. So that's the current stuff that's happening right now. Nah, I think she said she was 19. Oh yeah, no, the girl was 19 and Vox was 17. So like, you know, not necessarily criminal, I would like to think. Just dumb teenager stuff. Still very bad. Okay. The last part to Green is how Vox handled everything. This will be mentioned more in chapter 4, but the large summary is that he allegedly publicly denied everything on his Discord server called Vade's Meme Vault, used Green's real name, which is doxing by law, and then proceeded to oust her as a lesbian. Regardless of that last statement being true or false, he also twisted the context, saying that he was too buzzed to understand Starbot's warning, that he and Green were just playing around to spite Starbot, and most importantly, lying about Green's consent. It should be noted as well that Green was not in his Discord server at any time, so she had no way to confirm this was true. Or false to Vox's audience, and no way to defend herself. Since that server was invite only, there's no way. I feel like I'd need to have screenshots for this, but I guess we'll see that in chapters 4. The last allegation from the video was Vox bullying and degrading an autistic minor. Oh yeah, no, everybody does that. I mean, you know, everybody does that, even chat. This is literally slander without any evidence. Yeah, no, exactly. A lot of this are just regurgitations of second-hand accounts. Chat is frozen? Wait, is chat frozen? I don't think so. Let me refresh it. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, chat is gone now. Hello? Chat, come back. Oh, I hate this. Hold on. The fuck is that? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get the subtitles. Get everything in working order again. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay, actually, you know what? Should I worry about that right now? We're still moving? Wait, are you? It's not moving over here, though. I feel like I shouldn't have refreshed it then. I get triggered over these bullshit, dude. Browser settings. Okay. 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 That should be cool, right? That's okay now? That should be working, I think. Unbased. It sounds bad, but we can't fully trust this. Sounds like a nothing burger if you ask me, but this had real proof though. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. The fan had been suffering depression and was seeking help from someone they trusted, citing that they had issues keeping friends and family and they were losing their family over their suffering. Even though Vox tried to help, he actively degraded and insulted the child the entire time. Starbot mentioned this in her follow-up Tumblr post, but the summary is that even if he was trying to help, she would have known better not to insult a child, to know better than constantly putting the conversation back on himself, instead of just leaving the kid alone. Or better yet, refer him to places like suicide hotline or people who are meant to handle situations like that. Thankfully, this part of the video does have screenshots that were saved. Okay. Okay, let's see the screenshots. Let's see the screenshots, come on. Oh, there we go. This was made 2018, damn. Even I wouldn't probably be able to find this. He's not in the Starbot Dubs group anymore. He did not get fired. He'd quit by himself for too many blames after little payment. Okay. Jesus, do I have to zoom in? I'd like to see the evidence. Oh shit, thank you for the super chat, Greg. Thank you so much. Does anyone feel like Niji will ignore this also? I mean, this doesn't have evidence, so I feel like they kinda want to ignore it. I literally can't see the screenshots, bro. I literally can't. First step to making friends is to start talking to people without putting pressure on them. You're in a Discord. Fuck off, Amino. You're in a Discord, that's a good start. Just find some people and go say hi. Tell them about yourself. That way, ordinary people make friends isn't that hard if you try. People usually ignore me. Plus, with my... never mind. See, that's the first problem. I've been alone for a few years now. You can't go around doing that shit, man. Nobody likes that. I know, so stop doing it. That's why I'm hated over by 100 people. Okay. It's not really that hard. If you want to be friends with people, don't pressure them by talking about how miserable you are. Newsflash, we're all miserable. But not everyone has to be a dick about it, man. It's my stupid autism and my stupid life and my stupid feelings. Dude, I'm not even gonna stop talking about this. I'm not even gonna keep talking about this because you're not gonna listen. But honestly, the key to being friends with people, treat them with respect, get to know them before you start with this stuff. Just treat others as if you would like to be treated. I mean, how intimidating would it be if some stranger you've never met before comes in, like saying, hey, can we be friends? I'm really miserable because of my stupid autism. If that's where your mind is at, right? I'm not sorry, but seriously. I just ... This is a skill you can learn, and easily too. When I was smarter, younger, less experienced, I just wanted to say hi and hug everyone I met. I mean, Vox is not in this part. He's not necessarily wrong, but he is coming across it very aggressively. Damn. It's not easy, but you can do it. Of my family, Good lord, this is the issue. You're using your shit as an excuse just to give up. How the hell is anyone supposed to wanna be friends with you if you're so blind to the people who are very busy, who are taking their time to give you a hand, wink wink. He's referring to himself. If you're losing your grip on your friends and family, talk to them. Ask about their problems, get to know them. ... I don't understand. Try to form a genuine connection with them and see what's going on. Communication is key to every relationship. They say know thine enemy, and getting to know the problems with people might have you as excellent way to start reflecting and improving. Start there. ... That's my advice. If it still doesn't work, seek professional help, I guess. No one should suffer alone, blah blah blah. Bruh. Oh, okay. I don't know. He's coming across aggressive, but he's not necessarily wrong. It's just I'm not seeing this as an insult. Not just mentally, literally. What the fuck am I even doing anymore? You're not listening, dude. This is why nobody wants to be your friend. I am sitting here laying out ... Exactly. What you need to do is improve, and all I get is I'm so fucked. That's why. Hearing you say that ... You have a shitty attitude. Makes me think that I don't have any friends at all. And no amount of saying I'm so fucked is gonna change that. There he goes again. He's so frustrated. I just fully everyone lives. I just ruined everyone's lives. Oh, I just ruined everyone's lives. Just Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, Vox. Wow. This is not how to handle autistic people, but damn. Let me see the comments. Okay. Wow. This is bad, Nusagi? I don't know. I feel like Vox's Vox's intentions were right. He's doing this the right way. His wording and how aggressive he is just off. Because chat, I've been on both sides. I can relate to like trying to talk to somebody, trying to talk to like a brick wall and also be the brick wall. So I know both sides, and I know how frustrating being in both sides can be, right? And if Vox was like 17 at this time, then he probably doesn't get it. Like, you know. Yeah. Poor fan. Oh yeah, and I guess the part that is very bad about this is that fact that that person was his fan. Like a fan of the voice actor. You know? Yeah. Damn. Anyway, before diving into Starbucks responses, which technically include two, it's important to address the elephant in the room, underline known as Tumblr as a fallen child. Please do not go and harass them. Defended Vox in response to the Starbucks video on October 12, 2018, about a month and 4 days after Starbucks' original release. In her Tumblr post, she, presumably using he and she pronouns, presents 6 counterpoints to Starbucks' argument, which I'll paraphrase for brevity. Again, this gives heavy, angry older brother energy, which was, I suppose, the way Vox wanted to be represented back then. Yeah. It feels like a remix of the old document. Oh yeah, no, it is. I think it is. It definitely is a remix of the older document. I mean, a lot of this mostly like paraphrases what a lot of the old document says. It's like he was role-playing on chat. Yeah, kind of, Burzy. No one talked to his supposed victims. All the screenshots were made on the 5th and 8th, and the earliest dates line up to when Vade started posting on his Patreon, so it was an attempt to defame him. Vox public server wasn't public, it was an invite server, so it wasn't actually public. There were no screenshots confirming the alleged relationships, and the screenshots can be easily manipulated. Everyone is manipulative, so Vox's actions are being largely exaggerated. Starbucks made a bigger deal of Green saying... I mean, this is not necessarily a good counterpoint, bro. Vox was a minor of the time of the assault. Had a rather small frame and they were both drunk. No one is at fault here. Even if someone had to be it would have been Green. She was 19, Vox was 17. Not necessarily the case, but like I said, we don't know actually the full-blown context of that part because it's all just regurgitations. We'd have to actually go through the entire thing by itself, which is kind of disturbing because we're looking at the like a minor and a 19-year-old, which is not necessarily bad, like, you know, going at it. Yeah. Seems like second-hand info. It is second-hand info. Aside from the fact that what Underlino said is objectively wrong from a legal and social standpoint, it does give a small insight into a few things that the script couldn't give, such as, quote, they were both drunk but the minor got the blame. In other screenshot that Vade talks about, he sounds constantly shamed about it, like he has to take fault because he is a boy. This quote tells the reader that at some point in the video, a screenshot/clip was posted where Vox admitted what he did to Green. What? This quote tells that at some point in the video, a screenshot clip was posted. What? I don't know. Not in the server where he allegedly lied about everything, but most likely in DMs with Starbot or one of his former friends. Thankfully, we don't need to break each and talk about how wrong they are because in November 2018, Starbot did that for us. I mean, again, a lot of this are old stuff, chat. Is this long? Should we go through this? I feel like I don't want to go through this if it's super long. Oh, fuck, it's super long. Never mind. Damn. In November of 2018, Starbots posted a blog of the Tumblr as a short follow-up. The post was only archived twice, but the first months later, leading to some idioms not being properly preserved. But the ones that matter were preserved, such as evidence of the cheating allegations. This took place in early 2017 when he was between ages 16 and 17. Come on, dude. We're canceling people for being stupid cheaters back when they were minors, when they were dumb teenagers? I mean, I don't know about that, dude. Cheating? At 16 and 17? Like, that's not really... Maybe you didn't need to post this, right? Like, I feel like putting nothing burgers like this into a document that is outing Vox heavily discredits a lot of the valid shit that is going on, right? If you're adding like a lot of hearsay, a lot of unnecessary things to add that are not painting Vox in a legal or socially, like, quote, cancelable manner, you discredit your document. You know what I mean? That makes it so that your document is mostly hearsay now. You're just trying to disparage Vox at this point. Like, for example, the allegations about the, you know, the drunken sexual assault stuff. That's, you know, that could be, like, a very valid, very cancelable thing to note. But this? This just makes it look like you want Vox to, like, you know, to die. Well, not die, but, like, you know, get a very public beating. You're trying to disparage his character. Discredit his character. They did say the intention of the document was not to cancel, but to warn? What's there to warn about a guy that cheated back when he was 16 and 17 years old? Like, this does not necessarily mean anything. He was fucking 16 and 17. You know what I mean? I feel like, quote, trying to warn people than to cancel him is just a means to cover up what you actually want people to do. I don't know. This feels like a waste of time now. This was not well written. Yeah, I would like to think that, I don't know. Yeah. It's not a very good document so far. There's a lot of good bits in here that I think would have made it so that, like, trying to warn Vox about his character in the past would have been a good thing. But again, sprinkling in, like, unnecessary and, like, unrelated dumb shit is not good. Whatever, though. Let's keep going through it. Another thing, according to Starbot in her first follow-up Tumblr post, she had mentioned that Vox would repeatedly slander me to people in public discords and would trash me anywhere he got the opportunity to. He was very bitter about me not allowing him back on the channel, which I suppose I understand, but he quit in the first place, so I don't know why he couldn't let it go. After all, he's just doing fine now. He would tell people that I was a horrible person who oppressed his creativity and ran like a char? Oh, okay. She would end up debunking this in succeeding sentences, but it felt it necessary to include this here, as the video did not mention the slander behind the scenes as much. I don't know, like I said, unless I see screenshots, I don't think I can believe anything here. I'm so sorry. No, yeah, a warning post is the shield people will use to, well, I'm not canceling this person, so you shouldn't complain. Yeah, true. I feel like that it's definitely just a shield. Which in of itself is sort of manipulation when you think about it. You know what I mean? This last section is dedicated to the artist side of it. As if we were diving for evidence, we found more evidence of Vox allegedly being rude, degrading, and disrespectful toward artists, especially women. Okay, being disrespectful to artists. Sure. Okay, so it's artists saying that Vox was being disrespected. But again, unless this is literally a second-hand account. I feel like if we get any more than this, then it's more valid, but I don't think I necessarily want to trust this, man. I don't know. The community's reaction. After the video was made public to YouTube, people did not take all this information lightly. Many of Vox's former friends were quick to condemn him, including Max out of 10, Hawker the Gary, fan groups for handplates on Amino, and even fan artists on DeviantArt. Even Vox's replacement, referring to the VA who took over the male voices that Vox had left behind in his removal, made a comment on the matter in 2022. I want to see these people. Vade, I trusted him, but he does this shit. Okay. So yeah, there is actually a lot of people that are, you know, lambasting him. Well, the good news is I'm happy to answer when I get to that. I don't get twatted after. Okay. Interesting. So there's actually quite a few people that lambasted him, that condemned him. Okay, good. That's the kind of information and proof that we need. Good. When will Vox and Vade at the time make response? Dude, I don't know. This is so long. As Starbot predicted in her first follow-up thread on Twitter, Vade is not making a response video, nor do I think he ever will. I guess I have to be satisfied with that. And yes, to our knowledge, Vox never posted a response to her in any medium. It's also important to mention that in the same Tumblr thread, he says it's incredibly painful to see someone you wanted to resolve things peacefully with a lie and degrade you in comments, even to your face, when he's basically begging to be allowed back on the channel. Wow. Okay. He lied on his public. Oh god, I wish I could see this. I wish I could see the screenshots here. I feel like a lot of the screenshots, a lot of the allegations that I can't see, I don't want to believe. Because a lot of these could be phrasing issue. A lot of this is regurgitation, right? It's good that we have like proof like here. Because that makes it so that at least the sentiment was enforced by the people at the time. By people at the time, rather. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Furthermore, the claims under Loom made in their attempts to defend Vox are not just wrong but extremely cruel. They claim that she should be affected by Vox by saying her real name and sexuality because Starbot made sure to get unreasonably upset over her friend being outed. First name only, which is not a solid identifier as this person is not mentioned anywhere to as little as 15 people. While I found it doubtful that an adult woman has any problem letting people know she's gay. Okay. Not only is this incredibly insensitive and borderline homophobic, it's also just objectively wrong. This took place in 2018, and unlike now, LGBTQ rights were not as secure as they are today. This document was started in 2024, finished in 2025. Wow! Wow, okay, so they literally started this back when the Nijisanji stuff happened. Okay. Interesting. Bro, I don't care about this, okay? I'm so sorry. I don't care about all of this. Most importantly, nothing jeopardizes outing someone if they are ready to a bunch of people they don't know. In this kind of context where it's being used against them by their alleged perpetrator, especially without their consent. Okay. As of the doxing rehash, even after someone's first real name when they specifically want that information in private is an example of doxing. If I had drawn... okay, dude. I don't know. Yeah. Trying to argue that Vox doxed him by saying his first real name. Okay. Sure. So that leads to the $1 million question. How would Vox... how can we financially recover from this? This could have been so much shorter. Yeah, man, I don't know. A lot of this is so unnecessarily wrong. Unnecessarily long, rather. Identity change and moving on. Before we talk about how Vox became Vox, we need to discuss the results of the falling out. Why? Why do we need to talk about the results of the falling out? Okay, lay it out on me. This channel that was called Vade, but would be changed to Callisto, uploaded Undertale comic dubs almost exclusively. The only exceptions was when he dubbed 2 Star Wars Yeah, of course. Yeah, bro, why do we care about what Vox has did? After he... Yeah, I don't care. Like, come on. Go through with the actual meat. Okay, I don't care about this. Vox described his identity as Callisto, an alien that needs to learn human behaviors before he's allowed to socialize on Earth. And he wants to learn human behaviors by being a VTuber. Discusses his conflicts as Vade and his mental health and how he wants to move on and do greater things. That if you, quote, the listener, would like to join him, then that would make him super... Okay, why would you need to... What? Whatever. I don't care about this. Okay, whatever. Around 10 months ago, the allegation from Vox's PL resurfaced from this video. This video goes over a lot of stuff that we discussed. From what I find, Vox hasn't responded to it. The closest thing we could find as a response to the allegation of his current identity was mentioning it on a stream 2 years ago. So that begs a question. What has Vox been up to in his current aliens? I'm gonna be... This is so much text loaded. I don't know, I'm gonna be real, bros. I mean, if it was me, right? If I was being cancelled for the dumb shit that I used to do when I was a teenager, I probably wouldn't like that either. Like, so far, the only damning thing that I've seen Vox do is, like, try to, like, tell that one dude, that one girl, that she was, trying to coerce that girl to have sex with him. And, like, the argument there is that, yeah, he was a teenager, yeah, he was drunk, Vox was 17, the other guy was 19, both could be under the influence. The other person was trying to argue that Vox was noticeably under the influence, but that questions a lot of other things. Like, how does Starbot know that he was not, like, as drunk as the other person? Right? Like, without any of these, like, screenshots and first-hand cases, and how, like, these conclusions were reached, we never really know for sure. That's really the only thing. We're in chapter 7, and that's the only damning thing that I've seen from this so far. Everything else is just Yeah, Vox mentioned his real name to a public invite-only server. Yeah, Vox cheated on 3 partners when he was 17. Like, bro, who cares, right? Like, damn. I don't know, I personally don't care. But even so, Vox can claim he was more drunk, that his guardian enforced stronger boundaries. If this was taken to court, he could come out clean. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not necessarily gonna judge an expose document based on... I'm not gonna judge an expose document based on like what the judge or what the legal stuff would think, right? Obviously, that's important, but I would like to think the greater morale and extreme and heavy context is necessary. And so far, from the context of when and how all of this happened, I'm not inclined to think that Vox is necessarily a bad person for all of this happening. It just seemed to me that he was like a jerk, a stupid he was just a jerk, stupid teenager, and that's it. That's all what I can glean from this. I'm not getting the impression that he's necessarily a bad person, that he's a groomer, that he's a pedophile, that he's like a sexual assaulter. I'm not getting anything from that here. He was just a jerk, bad person. And you know, maybe to you that's worthy of canceling someone already, but to me, not necessarily. Like, who cares if you were a jerk, bad person, a jerk teenager? You know? That's what I think. Again, feel free to disagree with me. But so far, this document, for 7 chapters, has not convinced me so far. This is like a person that is still better over another person because he's more successful than them. Yeah, I do actually read it off like that. I'm gonna be real with you, right? Like, I feel like, they have been harboring an extreme anger towards Vox Akuma for a long time now. And because everybody was disparaging Vox for the 2024 bullshit that happened over Salen, he's taken up arms to like make this document in order to ride on that wave and try to discredit Vox even more. But you're like a year late, man. I don't know. Like, move on, dude. Like, I'm sorry, that does happen a lot, and it's unfortunate that happens a lot, right? Like, ooh, breaking bad news. The person you hate so much has become super successful. Nobody likes that happening. Absolutely nobody. But it does happen. And sometimes we just gotta move on and try to find our peace. I'm not saying that the maker of this document is like that, but in the off chance that he is like that, then you didn't need to make this document. You know what I mean? Like, we've already gone through... I mean, I don't know if I actually did, like, go through the old stuff back when it was released. But a lot of this is not that bad. Gotta strike while the iron is cold. True, dude. True. Anyway, let's move on. In this section, we want to record some of the behavior Vox has done in his current identity, as well as counter-arguments to our document. We're doing this because we want to show that based on the behavior seen on his previous current identity, it's pretty likely that he hasn't changed. I disagree. I don't know about that, man. So far, we've not even heard an inkling of a word that Vox is a sexual coercer, a serial cheater, and like, you know, a groomer and a doxer. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen those allegations, even like a whiff of it. You know what I mean? You fucking know what I mean? Come on, dude. But also, even if the allegations are proving true, some fans may still be inclined to defend him even if his identity is clean. I mean, I'm not even a fan of Vox Akuma even anymore, but even I'm defending him here. The main reason is that a lot of fans, both inclined to defend him if in his current identity is clean, the main reason is that a lot of fans, both in and out of Nijisanji, still believe that under Linus' defense of Vox is damning evidence that all the allegations are false, which couldn't be further from the truth. It's not that, okay, so it's not that we think Underlu's defense of Vox was false. It's just that all of it can be boiled down to him just being a dumb, stupid jerk teenager. It's not necessarily damning. I don't necessarily agree with every single one of this person's defense of Vox, but I think for the most part, it holds up. For the most part. You know? So even if you take all the allegations we've mentioned out of the picture, he still has done some pretty questionable actions against Nijisanji. Okay. If you believe that Vox is innocent only because one person coming out to defend him and said person is being biased toward Vox rather than the plenty of people, including former friends, who saw all the evidence themselves who came out to condemn him, that is a dismissal of evidence and not a great way to form your opinion. So, there is credence to the whole a lot of people condemning him part, but again, unless we actually see what's happening, we can't actually form our own conclusive thoughts unless we're being biased to Vox or being biased to Starbots. Because for all we know, the friends, Vox's former friends, could also be Starbots' friends and is closer to Starbots. Like, there's a lot of context and circumstances that we don't know in order to make a full conclusion. So us coming in here and basing our opinion based on like friends that condemned him is also not a great way to form our opinion. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. You're allowed to believe Vox is innocent, but if the conclusion you reach, but it should not be because of... Yeah, no, I think so here. Okay, so if there's one thing that this document and I can agree on, it's this one. You're allowed to believe Vox is innocent if that is the conclusion, but it should not be because of Underlino and her spotty defense of him. I agree. It's not that I agree with Underlino. I think her defense is for the most part, like, you know, it holds up somewhat, but my main defense is that Vox is just a dumb, stupid teenager. That's not necessarily a defense of Vox. That's just an observation based on his age and some of the context that we've seen. Again, we don't know the full context, and that's why I have this conclusion. Even I don't live rent-free in my ex's head, Jiru, dude. Jiru. Can we look at the appendix? Yeah, we can look at the appendix. Yeah, we can. We will. So far, we did look at the, you know, a lot of the stuff, like here, like a lot of the people, not this one, like a lot of the people that condemned him, we did look at that, but we'll look at the appendix later. We'll look at the appendix later. Anyway, are we still on when he was 17? No, we're on the part where it seems like they're trying to link Vox's old behavior into his current Nijisanji behavior. Anyway, that's the present day. Vox Akuma, in his previous identity, has engaged in some questionable actions. Firstly, the infamous black stream. Let's talk about the legally damning things. According to Vox, he has thoroughly reviewed... Okay, yeah, we disparaged him for this, true. Yeah, he was a real fucking piece of ass for this, true. Yeah, we already went through this. Vox says that he reviewed the document he was not supposed to review. Yeah, Nijisanji fucked up. Yeah, whatever, we already know that. But that is not the only questionable action Vox made on that stream. There were many damning things that Vox had said that were either manipulation at times or just blatantly lying. One prominently example was Vox saying leaving Nijisanji is always an option for livers. Not only saying that this is objectively false. What do you mean not only saying that this is objectively false? This is true though. This is true technically, right? Because any liver can actually leave out of Nijisanji. The problem that I feel like the person misses the point why a lot of people said that this was like a bad thing coming out of his mouth. The reason why people think that that this is bad coming out of Vox's mouth is because there's heavy favoritism towards Vox, and that he doesn't necessarily have to, like, okay, so a lot of people are in Nijisanji and a lot of them are broke, or a lot of them need Nijisanji for financial stability. They can't just, quote, leave Nijisanji, right? So a lot of them are feel inclined to stay in Nijisanji because of the fact that they need to. And Vox saying that is very out of touch and very like bad because he's a favorite in the company. He doesn't want to leave Nijisanji, that's where his money is. It's disrespectful. But not because of this. It's because of the literally him ignoring all the circumstances that is happening around him. That's why it was so bad. It's not because it was a lie. Or it was because it was manipulation. It was Vox being so out of touch. You know what I mean? As many users on Reddit took notice, all of the tactics Vox Akuma uses in these streams are direct traits of narcissism, which to a certain extent I can agree with. I can actually agree with that. This you should have said that this is narcissism. Because yes, this is. To half paraphrase, half quote the main points of the post, he uses tactics such as emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, and excessive praise. Yeah, he does that. That is true. All of these traits can be found along with a bunch of psychological traits that we will discuss at length in different parts of the video. Okay. I did my best to support her in private. Okay, so the reason why I actually think this is not like Vox has some credibility to this is that Vox and Salen were actually like good friends. Like if anybody that follows Nijisanji were watching Nijisanji, Vox and Salen were good friends. So like, while Dokibird has not commented on whether or not this is true, well, yeah, I guess that is true, but from the public and from the public streams and the collabs and the stuff that they've done together, we can infer that it is true. But again, I don't think that's an example of emotional manipulation towards Vox's part or our part. It is a tactic, but it's not emotional manipulation. He tries to appeal to the audience by establishing that he and Late Salen had a connection and seem more... It's because it's... Yeah. So this is true. This is true. It's still a scummy thing for Vox to do. Yes. Nijisanji has a nasty graduation queue. Of course Nijisanji has a graduation queue. But it's not necessary... This is not necessarily wrong just because Nijisanji has a queue. The only way this would be wrong is if Nijisanji actively tells people not to graduate or like tells them no, you're not allowed to graduate, shit like that. You can leave, you just need to go on a queue. Which does not make that statement wrong. You know what I mean? Later in the video, he discusses Salen secretly recording his voice without his consent and not telling him. In that statement, he remarked the real issue here, however, is that someone I trusted and considered a friend not only recorded me in secret, but also that these recordings were held without my consent, blah 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 blah. This is emotional manipulation as well, because by praising Dokibird earlier, his betrayal by Dokibird is supposed to arouse the audience into anger, thus forgetting that Doki is a victim of bullying and no such checks on her were made. Okay. This is all... Okay, yeah. I feel like we've already discussed this. I already talked about this. There's no point in going back to this. Blah 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 blah. I could go on all the things as Vox has done in that stream alone. Yeah, true, I could go on, and you did. But the last notable thing I want to talk about is what happened after it. Illyra, Ike, Vox, and Reputations all took a hit from this, but instead of trying to cheer everyone up or take some accountability, what does he do? He starts streaming on Bilibili, one of the most prominent traits of narcissism, a decision that ultimately cost him, as later on in the year, Bilibili had revealed this person is not as like updated in the VTuber sphere as much anymore. Like the more I'm reading these statements, the more I think, nah, actually, yeah. This happened before that. The whole, like, Bilibili giving out names, Bilibili revealing names was happening before the black screen stream. I think he should have opened up with the boyfriend ASMR with Reimu, rather than the 2024 stream. You know what I mean? Was it that screenshot from 2022? Yeah, I think the screenshot was actually when Sony made a joke about... Oh wait, I think it was when Vox made a joke about Sony's mom, and because China has a very family-centric like values, they did not like that and they really wanted to cancel Vox over that. He streamed in Bilibili to hide, right? I don't necessarily think it was to hide. I think if I was gonna look at it from like let's say I'm gonna put myself in his shoes, right? If I put myself in his shoes, I would like to think that I would probably go to Bilibili instead of YouTube in order to avoid comments, because I know that the Bilibili commenters and the Bilibili audience is not gonna harass me like I would on my YouTube chat. It's part narcissism, part being afraid of being hate bombed. Yes. So I do understand. I mean, fucking Elira, if I remember correctly, also streamed in Bilibili at the time. Secondly, let's talk about the hypocrisy Vox perpetuated after this. Okay, the BF ASMR. We're going there. Let's go. Okay. If you don't know what that is, it means it's a roleplay. ASMR that imagines the listener. Yeah, we know what ASMR is. The prevalent thing on YouTube. That alone by itself is not indicative of being the Antichrist. What the... I'm so sorry. That caught me off guard. What? That alone by itself is not indicative of being the Antichrist. Yeah? Okay. What's that? What? It's how he handled his... Oh, okay. Okay. Whatever, okay. He's trying to make it seem this should be in the lighter part rather than this being in the first part. You know what I mean? That's so funny though. It is so funny. It's how he handled his fans and boundaries, often overstepping himself and being hypocritical. The example I'm going to use is from Twitter made on... Yeah, we know about this. We trashed Vox over this. Yeah, it was a being real jerk. Very garbage defense. It's pretty obvious he was willing to do it and set boundaries for the sake of getting money. Yeah, so we already know this. We already talked about this. Vox was a massive pussy. He prioritized money over his friend. Didn't know what to do. Was very stupid. Whatever. Got... Hold the fuck up. On top of what we have shown, there are some posts that he made that directly contradict what he has said and are completely inappropriate. This was in the same year, less than 6 months apart. On November 21st, Vox Akuma made this post regarding a typo in his schedule. I will include screenshot. Actually, there's a screenshot, so I'm just gonna close it. I'm a big Dumbo penis weenus. The taking a shower slot is on Friday and actually gonna be me getting drunk on Shoto's channel. Please ignore my dumbass. However, we could still take a shower at some point. I'll figure it out. First off, that's just weird, as a good majority of Vox's fans are below the age of consent. Do you watch VTubers, bro? Happy Valentine's, Margo. DN, will you be my Valentine? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Give me money for chocolates and I'll be your Valentine. I do not understand why this is allowed, but the implications of the get pregnant meme are worthy of the ban. Bruh. I'm sorry, but a woman made this post. Like, a woman that completely hates VTubers made this post, I would like to think. What do you mean that's just weird and inappropriate? Like, this is literally a thing that VTubers do. This is normal. This is fine. See, it's shit like this that, whatever. Let's move on. Yes, we are dating, you and me. We will have sex in the hot, steamy confines of a glass box while water runs down our bodies and we enjoy the slick, warm feeling of one another's bodies. Completely normal in VTubing. Completely normal in VTubing. Oh shit, Margarita, I appreciate that so much. Okay, going forward, Margarita is my date partner for this stream. We will be, I will have nobody else. Unless somebody gives me a better super chat. But yes, Margarita, you are my partner. You and me, we are dating. We will have sex in the hot and steamy confines of a glass box. Yes, I will sexually harass you. This is inappropriate for several behaviors. First and foremost, the majority of his audience consists of minors. As previous, you didn't need to repeat that. Which who could interpret this as being aimed to them. What? Even aside from that, this is highly irresponsible and so... Even from this aside, this is highly irresponsible and poses a significant risk to the company. Bro, what? Do you watch Nijisanji? So the one thing I will agree on him with this is that it does actually contradict with the boundaries that he set months ago. We do know about this. We do know that, like, Vox is very wishy-washy. He says, yeah, respect my boundaries. I am not your boyfriend. It's all just blah, blah, blah. And then he goes around and says this. That is completely weird. Right? But this is a nothing burger. This is from a person that does not watch VTubers and does not watch Nijisanji. Oh, for real? Holy shit, unlawful ninja. We are gonna have unlawful ninja. I'm gonna sexually harass you right now. You and me are dating. We will have sex in the steamy confines of a glass. Sorry, Dian, we can't be together. This person got your back. True. True. Sorry, Margot. You are going to the cock chair though, since you did give me money. While that person and me has hot, steamy sex in a glass box, you get to watch outside. It's a privilege. You should be happy. Anyway, wow. If he's willing to disregard his boundaries, then turn around and fault his fan base for being parasocial, especially when he profits from that very dynamic, it's clear that someone like him shouldn't have a platform and engage in this behavior and get paid for him. Wow, this is super, like, this is, wow. This is true. This part is true because it's pretty fucking weird for him. It's so weird for him. But I don't think that he shouldn't have a platform for that. Like, come on, dude. I don't know. If you are making, quote, a warning document and you say that someone like him shouldn't have a platform, are you really making a warning document? Because it seems to me from your wording here that you just kind of want him out. You are super angry at him. He's not just a liability for the company. Bro, he's the company's cash cow. His EN's cash cow. What do you mean? He also handles his influence with alarming irresponsibility. That I can agree with. I can definitely agree with that. Lastly, let's discuss the attention-seeking... Okay. That's based. Actually, you know what? That's pretty funny. Let's discuss the attention-seeking tendencies. While some situations, such as him begging to be in a tournament, are not as bad, there are a few times that it has adversely affected his VTuber colleagues. One example was when Ruka Lee made a post on Twitter saying the following. Oh yeah, we talked about this. This is pretty weird sister behavior. Now this response is still up on Twitter, so that's good. However, it's still very indicative of how far or appealing. What? You could argue that this isn't exactly Vox's fault, but he never said anything to or came out to Aki's defense. He never defended him. Well, it was all about us. It wasn't just about me. He never did that. His silence is... Oh my god, dude. I don't know. How is this attention-seeking behavior? If he came out and actually responded to Ike and defended him, that would be the attention-seeking behavior. But he didn't. How is this Vox's fault? Exactly, it's not. It's a schizo Fuji. It's a schizo sister. That okay, maybe I have a different. I'm sorry for calling you a sister. You're not a sister. It's somebody that just made a fanfic in their head and decided to run with it. We have to remember that this person also apologized and said, "Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to it." And he's getting like hate bombarded by a lot of people. So that's not cool. But still, though, more importantly, the fact that they objectively lied and Vox was perfectly fine. Vox, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I don't know. The conclusions you're reaching in here are not. There's probably better examples, not sure why they used those. Because there isn't a better example that they know or want to give off, Luna version. I think there's a lot of weird things in here that don't necessarily disparage Vox, but because they're still in here, it's the reason why I think this document is entirely just to spite and cancel Vox. Like, this is just to discredit his character. This isn't to warn people. This isn't to, like, make it so that people are more aware of what Vox has done in the past. Excuse me. This is just a very angry person that wants Vox to, be fucked in the ass, probably. At the end of the day, I could go on all about the different ways Vox has been weird. Bro, so you know that VTubers do weird and unhinged things all the time in their timelines, and you don't call out everyone else? Come on, dude. Using this person's logic, right? Ruka Lee has been bombarded with a shit ton of death threats, probably has been doxxed. I know that he or she made a post about, or he, she, they, whatever, made a post about it saying that they got like super hate raided, bombarded, death threats in their DMs and whatever. I don't remember if Ike actually said anything about Ruka being bombarded. Like, hey, I hate raiding somebody, is not cool. But if he didn't, does that mean that Ike supports this person getting doxxed, getting hate, death threats, and getting hate bombarded? The line of logic that this person wants to portray is not good. It's a tourist? Oh yeah, no, 100% it's a tourist. For real though, I hope you're doing well, DN. Have my money to support you all in the future. Oh shit, I appreciate that, Margot. Okay, you're moving on. You sent another super chat, so you're getting out of the cup chair and getting in. Thank you. As I said before, this will be where he will be talking about possible counter arguments, debunking them, or explaining our opinion on the subject. If you don't care about the counter arguments, feel free to skip this section. Do we want to go through this? I feel like we already okay, let's go through this. Let's go through this honestly, and we're gonna go to the evidence part later. Okay. The PL of a liver should come after the allegations of their current identity. The PL of a liver should come after the allegations of their current identity. To this, we partially agree, and it's part of the reason we're making this document in the first place. If the current behavior of a liver is inappropriate or unacceptable, it makes perfect sense to investigate their PL to see if they exhibited better or worse behavior. I agree with this. In this case, assuming the allegations are true, then it would be the latter. More importantly, that mindset should be about the things that should be about things that are way smaller than the current subject at hand. Hiring a possible sexual predator, liar, manipulator, and someone willing. Come on, dude. I don't think Vox is a sexual predator. I think he's a liar and somewhat of a manipulator. I think him saying somebody's full name is not necessarily doxing. Yeah, technically it is, because like you're giving off information that somebody does not want to get out there. like private information, by the way. But there are categories to this. I don't know if me saying that is a good or a bad thing, but I know a lot of us are thinking the same thing. Screenshots can be faked. Oh, this, I don't necessarily like, whatever. For the sake of this document, let's say we take the actual, we take the document at face value. It's not that screenshots can be faked, I think is my issue with a lot of screenshots. I think contexts will and can be missing. Oh, the exact opposite way. Screenshots can and will be missing. That is why like Discord screenshots are very, like, you know, it's something that you have to very carefully and slowly analyze, because like that's the one thing that we really have to be careful for. Will you do a video about this file if it's concise on proof, Nosagi? Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm not gonna make a video about it. I feel like this is something for the second channel, not the main channel. Unless you reach out to the victims, there's not any reliable proof. While it would be certainly helpful if we could, we also recognize that most, if not everyone involved in this dead couple, would rather not relive memories. I'm gonna take a spit and I'm gonna say a lot of things about this. Why are you saying this? I would like to think that if by this I don't know who made this document, right? But by the logic of this person's document, this is emotional manipulation. You would rather not reach out and like, you know, do that because you don't want the person to relive the trauma? Because it's disrespectful? Bro, that's true, right? If I was a journalist and I reached out to somebody whose family died in front of them and I make them ask those questions, those hard-hitting questions that make him relive that trauma, probably would be very bad for them. What if they want their story? What if they want their stories to be told? What if they don't mind? Right? Like, this is, if you're gonna make a document wanting to warn or cancel somebody, you could at the very least try to be credible. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck is this? That's a shitty way of saying I don't want to investigate first-hand evidence. Yep. Like, I'm not saying that he needs to, you know, quote, uphold the journalistic code and you need to reach out. Like, you could at the very least just be blatant about your intentions. I think that's the worst part about this. Your intentions. Because I think your intentions are not as genuine as you say they are. Like, if I was like a full-blown drama tuber and I want to cancel Vox, I would do this. You know what I mean? If I was just some commentator and I want to make a video about like this, I would do this. But that's because my intention is not to make a first-hand journalistic thing. I don't want to warn people about Vox. I just wanted to make a video about it. It's not that deep. This person wants to make it as deep as it. This person wants to make it sound deep, but it's not. Who wants to make a bet that False ID will make a video about this? I don't know. If False makes a video about this, it's probably gonna look bad on his part. Because this is not a good document. This is not a good document. I know that Foss has a massive hate boner for Nijisanji. But it's not. But if Foss is a smart person, right? Like, he's not gonna cover this. He's not gonna cover like smart, like dumb shit like this. LM confirmed this, but so far it's a nothing burger. Yeah, it's really not worth covering. I mean, it's worth covering for the sheer hilarity of it, but like, you know. Furthermore, the testimonies they've made in the past are far more reliable than no testimony at all. That I can agree with. And I doubt their opinion would magically change over the 6 years. Okay. The 14-year-old that spoke out is proof that Vox didn't do anything. No, that is not true. If you don't know what he's referring to, we're talking about the 14-year-old and 12-year-old Vox allegedly flirting in his Discord server as an 18-year-old. Said 14-year-old spoke against Starbot in her About Wade video and was reported under... Okay, whatever. Okay, so 18-year-old so two minors flirted in a Discord server and the minor that Vox flirted with defended him. That sounds fine. However, this doesn't prove... Oh my gosh, the messages 334 were about me. I only did this as a joke. It wasn't intentional. I could tell he was only playing, joking around. Blah, 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 blah. However, this doesn't prove that Vox didn't do it. It's the exact opposite. It's proof that he did at least the flirting, intentional or not. Bro, he was a minor himself. He was a minor. What? Okay, hold on. We're talking about the said 14-year-old and a 12-year-old Vox, a 12-year-old Vox, allegedly flirted with in his Discord server as an 18-year-old. What does this last phrase mean? I feel like if you clarified this, this would make a difference, but like Vox pretended to be 18 years old and flirted with a 14-year-old kid? Is that what happened? What's going on here? You have to clarify this, because I don't necessarily believe that's what's happening. From all that we've seen so far, Vox was a minor when he was flirting with this 14-year-old kid himself. That's... What? That is... Wow. Wow. This guy's trying to cancel somebody for something that they did in 6th grade? Yup. Even if she initiated it, Vox shouldn't have even given the time of day to the idea. I'm not even gonna entertain that. Well, we do not have from the 12-year-old, that does not change the fact that if one is confirmed, the other one is likely real as well. If found truthful, would make Vox a sexual predator or somebody who should not be in contact with people who are vulnerable to being manipulated, especially minors. But do that as you will. We're here to inform you, not to make your opinion for you. You sure are trying to influence an opinion here, brother. It's just, come on, dude. You can't call somebody for being a sexual predator if they're flirting with a minor as a minor. You can't just use the same source over and over again. We need updated testimonies. I can see where this is coming from. I understand the irritation, but again, I doubt Starbucks. You doubt? Okay. I mean, I don't really care about this, honestly. Most people don't change their minds about condemning a predator due to time. He's not a... Whatever. This was 6 years ago. Why are you digging up? So, I'm going to say before I read this part, for this particular line of thinking, I think it's important to revisit drama from multiple years ago if we've seen that nothing from the culture, the context, and the person has changed, right? If the circumstances have changed and that the person does not necessarily act based on those circumstances anymore, then it would normally be like fine. But like, if I was fucking 17-year-old and I am being asked to take accountability for the dumb shit, for the non-illegal, dumb, stupid jerk shit that I did when I was 16, 17, I probably would not like that. Especially if the things that I did were not necessarily criminal. Luxnox sisters are going damage control in the chat. No, chat, so I don't even think a lot of the people in here are like Luxnox sisters. Like, even I think this is stupid. The only way we know that he even acknowledged at all was when talking about... Okay, what's this? Okay, he acknowledged this over in 2017 by a conversation with this person. In this multi-paragraph testimony in DeviantArt, Dreamy reached out to Vox for his opinion on the matter, and although Vox told him he was regretful for what he did, owning up to what he did, which is near confirmation in its own right, he didn't make amends with people that mattered or people that he hurt. If he had done anything to soften the blow and does not include the doubling down on his PL server that made the situation so much worse, this document would be a lot more lenient. However, he did nothing, and considering his behaviors as Vox, we do not believe he would take accountability even now. Vox is even... Bro, you think Vox is going to take accountability now? Like, realistically, what would Vox do to take accountability? What would Vox do to take accountability now? Say that I've done fucked up shit as a teenager? How do you think that's gonna look at PR-wise? For him? For the company? For the audience and the people and the audience that don't like him? We're most likely just gonna ignore that. I mean, probably except for the people that already don't like him, you know. People that like, you know, like have a hard-on for Nijisanji is probably gonna want to find a reason to hate on Nijisanji even more than usual, but not me. I would like to think that you guys, that myself and you guys, if you don't like Nijisanji, we are not gonna like Nijisanji for the good reasons, right? Not like this. I would like to think you guys are not stupid. Not not participating in the black screen shit. Yeah, like, we already don't like Vox, man. Like, there's plenty of good reasons to dislike Vox's character already. We don't need any more. If Nijisanji had a reason to fire him, they would have done it ages ago. Yeah, if they had all the evidence, until now, we had no clue what the full details of Starbot's videos were about. The evidence that existed at the time was spotty and not enough that digging for proper evidence was done. Sorry, I'm day drinking, chat. I had a rough week. On top of that, the last person to try and expose Vox doxed his IRL face, which negated most of the... Isn't this what you were doing? Not the doxing your IRL's face part, but you're negating most of your point by putting in unnecessary shit. Furthermore, Vox is their golden goose in terms of making money. While even making this document, we are well aware that he probably isn't gonna get terminated or graduated, and that's not the point. Yeah, sure, you just want to warn people, blah blah blah, whatever. Even if the allegations are proven true, what do you expect Nijisanji to do? Nothing. Nijisanji and Vox are so pushed to the corner so much in the industry, so much so that, like, any more fuel to the fire is not gonna make the fire any hotter. What are you drinking? Just some soju. But if someone does confirm its accuracy, then we'll have to go from there. All that we'll say is that if any of the allegations here are been true, then Vox does not need to have a platform where he can continue to harm more people without any consequences. How do we know that he's still doing that? I get the black screen stream. I get the Reimu part, but I don't see how Vox is quote harming anybody in a personal, more like intimate way by continuing to be in Nijisanji. Furthermore, if the allegations are true and Niji catches wind of this, I would hope that they would investigate his past life. Nah, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They're not investigating Aster Arcadia's past life. I don't know if like the maker of this document understood that. They're currently investigating Aster Arcadia's current behaviors, not past behaviors. Come on. If Niji continues to employ him with, even if every single being of this is confirmed true, then Niji should be very liable to criticism and would likely have trouble down the line, which I doubt they'd want given their current reputation for our livers. Dude, come on, we already don't like Nijisanji for this. Sure, having Vox be put on that train is not necessarily gonna change how people perceive Nijisanji. The reason why people are so tired of hearing Nijisanji news is because it's all the same shit over and over again. Conclusion. Some very deep, profound words about how, you know, your past will always catch up to you. And that you will never really know and have peace and give your people have peace if you don't take accountability. I don't know what the fuck I just said. Huh. I need to emphasize how bad all of these things he's allegedly done. Sure, buddy. If all the allegations are true, combined with everything he has done in his current persona, he should not have a... See? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You want to cancel Vox, just admit it. Come on, let's not shield ourselves with this fucking pretend to be a... whatever. We don't know and do not allege that he's harmed anyone inside Nijisanji, but until an investigation is done, we may never know. That is true, but goddamn, is that gonna? That's called inciting a riot, by the way, or starting a revolution or whatever. You're trying to paint an idea. This is called doom posting. We are doom posting. We hope Nijisanji, Any Color Inc. will look at this document. They're not gonna look at this document. Just to be sure. So that's it. This is the past he doesn't want you to know, but the future relies on good, blah blah blah, hold someone accountable. The future relies on us. Oh, bro, come on. And remember, leaving Nijisanji is always an option, but leaving in the past is not. Bro, he wrote this as if it's some mic drop. Dude, dude, I don't know. This is some, okay. You all know. This is something that I would write, like as a novel. I'd respect this more if they just admitted they want to cancel Vox. I would too! Bro, if they just flat out admit that they don't want Vox around, that they hate him or whatever, bro, I would be laughing at this. But laughing at this in the sense that, like, you know, it's like, yeah, dude, let's hate on Vox. Let's fucking go. Like, you know, like, be in on the joke. I would be in on the joke, like, ironically. Like, the document would be super serious, but I would just be memeing along the way. Yeah, dude, let's raid the government. Well, not the government. Let's raid the Nijisanji. Let's have Vox be taken accountable. Rise up, sheeple. Vox Akuma needs to be hanged. His head needs to be chopped off the chopping block. Fucking incinerated, turned to ash, and that ash be fed to the poor and the lonely and the and the sick. That way their diseases can be cured, like what they used to do back in fucking medieval times or something. That would be so fucking funny. That would be a very entertainment stream. Damn. But like I said, no need to not to be sexist, right? Not to be sexist, not to employ, like, you know, all this sort of shit. But a tourist woman who does not understand the culture made this post. And the reason why I think woman is an important part of this here is because of the sentiments around this thing. I think somebody that Vox wronged made this post, which is a woman, which are mostly women. It's not, yeah. I think that's what's happening. Okay, evidence, blah blah blah. Okay, so we all saw this, right? Like the evidence for the Discord servers, the screenshots and the stuff from DeviantArt and Tumblr are all real. Like we saw this. Yeah, we all saw this, X, Y, and Z. Our opinions just all has to do with the fact that we don't agree. We don't agree with the sentiments shared in this video, in this document. We agree that the document, the evidence for a lot of the things that happened is true. Like we've gone through some of them. I don't agree with the conclusions formed in this video and the sentiments shared in it. Someone he wronged, like a former fan or an actual ex of his, probably. Like somebody that is super angry with Vox, because this document is like it's oozing with pure seethe and disdain against Vox. If I had an ex, I'm probably not so sure that she would make something about this. My number one hater would never make a document about this. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. I take that back. Maybe they will. Yeah. Somebody that Vox has personally wronged probably made this. Again, big emphasis on probably. Where's the proof of I want to see the proof though, where we want to see Starbot's video. I want to see Starbot's video I mean it's been terminated, it's been deleted, right? It's been deleted, so I don't think we can find anything of that. Yeah, it's Vade video, it's been privatized. I want to see Starbot's script, sure. None of these are like... Oh, this is the script. Okay. Oh, that's a long ass script. There's a web archive link in there. Okay, let's see them. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna go through everything, by the way. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, so... Fuck. We see the thoughts, we just don't see the video. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. No, chat, we have to understand. I actually do... I think I do actually believe the whole Starbots thing. I just don't necessarily agree with the conclusions made there. And again, unless we actually see full context, which we cannot access, by the way, because the videos are unavailable, I'm gonna withhold judgment on that. Okay, the condemning to Vox's part are cool. We see that. Okay. Okay, we know that. We know that. Okay, we did this. We saw it. It was too long. Well, I mean, you know, it was long, but you know, let's just take it at face value. We took a lot of the we took a lot of the things that are in this document at face value. By the way, a lot of it. Yeah. Let's see. Because of course, just because the screenshots aren't there doesn't mean nothing happened. That's not my issue. I can believe the screenshots. I just need the context for the screenshots. Bro, I don't care. AI, I don't care. Even if you used AI to clear up all of this, I wouldn't care. Trigger warnings, cheating, okay. Non-consensual cheating, emotional, manipulative, abusive behavior, attack, blah, 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 all the things that they said about Vox. Okay. 50-50. Okay. But we didn't announce it until a few months ago, and you guys saw that video that I made there. Just like a big channel update, blah, 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 blah. You know, I announced that split was amicable, ... It was not. So I really do regret at this point not sharing with you guys what happened, and about to make that right. Veda has a history. He's got a lot of history. Most of which he kept from me. He didn't keep it all from me, but he did keep a lot of it, from which I'm finding out. Vade's a manipulator. I hesitate to use this word because it sounds really aggressive, but I think he's a predator. I think he's dangerous, and the reason I wanted to make this video is because I want to warn you guys, because I feel partially responsible that I didn't say anything until now and I didn't share what happened until now. I think there's a pattern of emotional abuse. There's a pattern of manipulation. There's a pattern of him trying to get young girls to sleep with him. I'd like to say that at this point I really don't want to hurt anybody. I don't even I don't want anything to happen to him. The only reason I don't want to do this because I think people are still being hurt, and I really want to shoulder the responsibility of sharing with you guys that. Okay. The presentation sucks, but if there are receipts, then it's still valuable compiling the evidence. Oh yeah, no, I think all of this is worthy, chat. The one thing that I do appreciate about this is all of this. Like the collection of the evidence and the screenshots. Veda's hurt me a lot. I'm sure I've hurt him a lot personally, but I'm going to try to very, very be objective. And I want to say right now, if I'm not being objective, which I'm gonna try to hard to be, I want you to tell me what I did wrong. I want to make anyone who's sharing their story in this video uncomfortable. Anything that's been shared has been shared with permission. I've never done or gathered anything nobody wanted to gather. Okay. They told me to fuck off. Wow. I fully expect him to retaliate in some way. Okay. Okay. It doesn't really matter. What I want to focus here is the women that he's hurt and the women I think he's going to hurt. Please do not let him run away from what I've said here. By doing that, let me lead into what pushed me to make this video. Hold on, I need to spit. Okay. Recently, I received an email, and the person who sent me the email would like to remain anonymous, so I'm not gonna name them. They led a Discord group that they asked that I keep private, so I'm not gonna share the name of the Discord group or anything like that. Basically, the person who wrote to me, I'll include it's a screenshot that I have of the email with everything blurred out, so you know you'd like to be blurred out. The first thing he did was innocent. Okay. Okay. So this is the cheating part? They broke up before Christmas. Ah, okay, so he's a cheater. Okay, whatever. I really don't care about cheating. Pony Brony was 14, Vade was almost 16. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I don't care. What do you mean? They're both a minor. Like, I don't believe in, setting hard numbers to everything. But I feel like mentally, a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, quote, almost 16, there's not that much difference, right? It's a grade 7 and a grade 9 student. Or a grade 8 student and a grade 10 student. It's not that big of a deal. I don't really care. Okay. She's very young, relationship didn't wrong. Okay, so he cheated on him. They were both dumb teenagers, whatever. So he's a predator because he was like this, whatever. Yeah. Chat, like I said, I can believe everything here. I believe these parts. I just don't necessarily agree with the conclusion. I don't know if Starbots was a minor during this time, but I think if she was, then it's just a very emotional teenager going through a very emotional time. I don't know if that's me trying to make the trauma minute. What's the call there? Like minimize the trauma if these people did experience trauma with their time with Vade. But that's what I think. I don't know. Cancel me. Okay. Whatever, we've seen this. Hey, sorry for not responding. I need to talk to you basically for a while. Okay, this is what Vox says, right? I've been trying to my best to see you in a way that you see me, but it's difficult, and I think I'm getting to that point where no matter what I try to do is going to change the way I feel. Basically, it's mostly because the way you are makes it hard for me to see you as a girlfriend. I do love you. I never would have lied about that, but I think I do less you as a but I think I do less as a boyfriend, but always more so as a father figure or older. I do care for you immensely, but romantically. I really cannot form myself in that way. It's all due to how you can't date someone who isn't religious. That in a sense, I don't know who this is. Because there's no way I'm becoming Christian. I just disagree with everything about it and an organized concept, religion as a concept. So, to me, this just makes it look like Vox got into a relationship with this 14-year-old thinking that he loved her. He realized he doesn't love her and wanted to break it off. How is that manipulation? I don't think it's emotionally manipulative language. I think it's Vox realizing he doesn't love that person the way he originally thought he does and broke it off. I think that's a way. I think this is stupid teen drama. But like again, I don't know the full context of this, but from what these two paragraphs are saying, I think Vox is in the right. This is not a predator. Exactly. He didn't want commitment. This is a predator. Yeah. The gist of the situation. If we stay together, I'll get frustrated by you not wanting to put out sexually or to commit to a relationship without the need to become religious. Sex is not even mentioned here. Sex is not even mentioned here. He literally straight up says that I care for you more so as a father figure. What is this? I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the donos. For the gift, Douglas Diaz. Everybody say hi to him. And Pandora Pound dodging the gifts right again. Keep in mind, this is the message that he sent to a 14-year-old girl. So I had a friend who was back probably meant bachelor's in psychology. Take a look at this message, and he had this to say. Bro, wow. So I had my friend, who is definitely an expert in psychology, by the way, look at this and say that it's emotionally, yeah. I got my dad who works at Microsoft says that GTA 6 is coming in 2026. He is 16 in this situation, right? Yes! He is 16 in this situation, by the way. A fucking grade 10 student. Actually, you know what? How old is 16 in high school years? Grade 10, 11th grade. Yeah, so a super kid. That's crazy, dude. Junior, what's the I don't know. I don't know the American way of labeling high school age, high school terms. Yeah, Vox, in that message, I didn't see the word sex. I didn't even see the word intimate or like any of that phrasing. I don't know. I don't know. But this isn't where it is. From what I can tell, he had a relationship with a girl named Ruby. And Ruby's the focal point of all of this, and Pink as well as a focal point in the story. Okay, so he cheated. So Vox had multiple relationships with multiple people as a 16-year-old. Very much an asshole thing to do. Sure. But that does not make him a predator. And the people that, and look, because of this, right, because of the way this is all framed, it makes me think that the people who did condemn Vox at the time too were probably also high school people. They were also probably minors who saw this shit and probably said, yeah, I don't like him. Freshman, sophomore, junior. Oh, junior is 11? Yeah, he's junior then. He's junior. He's junior. Sophomore or junior? Vade was flirting. I don't really care about the cheating stuff, dude. That bores me. High school drama bores me. High school drama is not fun unless there's some sort of self-awareness. Vade turned 17. Okay, so he's still a minor. I don't care. I don't care. So Vox is, quote, being emotionally manipulative to, you know, people and was cheating on people, blah, 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 blah. Tried to, yeah. Was a lot of people, blah, 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 blah. This part is probably the bad part, though. I think the bad part about this is the sexual coercion. The sexual coercion, even as a minor, is probably very bad. Well, not probably, it is bad. Depending on the states in America, the age of consent varies. I don't think the age of consent matters here. What matters, I think, is whether or not Vox was a stupid, dumb teenager or not. I think the age of consent is somewhat arbitrary when it comes to shit like this. But in general, if their ages are close together, then I don't care. At most, these people are only 2 years apart. How's that wrong? I don't care about your age of consent. How close are they apart? 2 years apart is not that close. It's not that far. In fact, that's super close. The sexual coercion is bad. That's the one thing I can say, I can agree on here. A very horny teenager trying to force herself and trying to, like, you know, assert himself into somebody that might be lesbian and also outing and saying her name. That's probably bad. Yeah. That was the one thing that should be, like, focused on. Okay. Okay, these are all just a recap of the stuff that the conversation that we went through. But here we are actually reading this shit. I'm just skimming through it. Like just the main points. I'm not actually reading through it, you know. I don't think I want to. The Thunderfoes said that Vade was the one that was being assaulted, but we don't know because we weren't there. Yep, that's also there. And also, additional context, we don't actually know how drunk they are. And again, Vade was the 17-year-old, the other person was the 19. I'm not saying that minors or that anyone lesser in age than you is capable of, like, you know, sexually coercing you. But with alcohol involved, we don't know, right? It's so easy for people to say shit like this. And you know, like I said, I'm taking the stance of actually believing that Green got sexually coerced, and I think that's bad. Don't make any mistakes, right? Don't mistake me. That's what I think. That's what I believe. I'm just saying that even if I believe that, this does not necessarily paint Vox as a predator. Whatever. Okay, this is the part where, you know, he's bullying an autistic kid as a 16-year-old. Probably very emotionally stupid at the time. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Wow. How many pages was this? This was 51 pages, bro. 51 pages. That's crazy. Hi, Retogade. Hello. Welcome to the stream on Twitch. It's done. It's over, chat. The whole ass novel? It is. Damn. How many words is this? Can I see the word count? 20k. Wow. 20k words. That's like one fourth of a novel. So a nothing burger doc? Unfortunately, I think it's a nothing burger doc. It's mostly rehashing shit that we already knew. Man. Besides the whole sex coercion was really the only bad thing that I saw from this. But even then, context. I'm sleepy, I'll catch up tomorrow, good night. No, you don't have to catch up with anything, Lazy Lemur. Especially since, you know, this is the extent of the doc. But I appreciate you coming. Good night. I really do love this part, by the way. These part. We don't know and do not allege that he's harmed anyone inside of Nijisanji, but until an investigation is done, we may never know. We hope Nijisanji and any caller will look at this document and choose to investigate Vox Akuma in the same way Aster Arcadia has been investigated, just to be sure. So that's it. This is the past it doesn't want you to know about, but the future relies on how good we are as a community to hold someone accountable. The future relies on us. And remember, leaving Nijisanji is always an option, but leaving the past is not. Oh, God. Oh, it's written like it's some slick shit, dude, but it's not. The mic drop, yeah. I can picture them, like, I imagine them thinking of this banger in their head and saying, oh yeah, no, that's so fucking cool. Let's run with it. But no, dude. You can't just put that in your fucking exposed document. Damn. The Luca document was infinitely better. Dude, Like the Luca document, like the document that Raziel Warmonic wrote was so like concise, was so straight to the point. It wasn't like wreathed in unnecessary lingo. Damn. How did we give this guy more than 2 hours of our time? Because we thought it was worth something. We thought that it was good. We thought that it was gonna have new material out there or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, hey Nomads, I don't know if you're watching the stream. I don't mean to disparage you in any way, dude, but like, that's my criticism for this whole document. And I feel bad saying that because I felt like you wasted an entire year making this document, and you're doing a lot of good job archiving everything, by the way. You did a lot of good job. You did your due diligence, digging up literally everything here. You did good. I salute you for that. I just don't like your conclusions, brother. I don't. I genuinely don't. Make a doc tier list? I'd have to reread all the docs, dude. Which I don't want to. All the docs are bad. Well, not bad, but like all the docs are tiring to go through. What did I miss? You just missed the entire stream, Super Nano. We just finished. We just finished like 10 minutes ago. Rate this doc from 5 to 10. Probably a 4. Probably a 4 because the only reason I give it a 4 is because of this part, the evidence part, the appendix. I super appreciate this part because as somebody that wants to archive literally fucking everything, this is excellent job. Super excellent job. Taking all the effort to do all of this is so good. It could be useful to someone else. Yeah, heck, it could be useful to me, bro. It could be useful to me. I could make a depressed Nusagi video about Vox Akuma. And I would use this as a script. Not a script, as a heavy reference. I would refer to this to the things that are being said in this document a lot. I would just go to a different conclusion. I would just formulate different conclusions. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do that. Because if this person wanted to make a document to expose or, you know, to warn people about Vox, then me making a video, me or Rima making a video about Vox Akuma and using this document as a reference would probably, like, ultimately, what's I call it? Like, it would help with the statement or the goal of this document. Do it? I'm thinking of doing it. I'm heavily considering doing it now. Like, you know how we made why people dislike apricot fruit? You know how we made that? I could make something along those lines for Vox Akuma. Help the document's case? Yeah, I can. I definitely can. Reach out to the writer and ask to edit this. I don't think I want to edit that. I think that's disrespectful. Like, if I ask, I just come to the Nomads and say, hey, I think your fucking document is garbage, let me edit this. I think that's disrespectful. I think they should leave this work as is, or, you know, maybe edit this in a... I believe in sources that are other people's own. Right? And even if I don't like what they have to write, I think it's completely disrespectful to have the audacity to think that I can make a better document and, like, you know, and change it. I think the most respectful way to go about that is to make my own document or to make my own commentary and use the one that they have as like a leeway, or like criticize it, or like, you know, form a different train of thought or with different intentions but still use their own. That's how science works. That's how like all these discoveries back then were done in the past, and I think that's how it should continue to be done. The writer said no future contact for the document. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll make a Vox Akuma video soon, chat. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. The author deserves some disrespect. Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. I just think that I want to respect his effort, but not necessarily what he made, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. That's crazy, dude. All of this is kind of crazy. Huh. Okay. So then I believe that will be it for this stream, chat. I believe that will be it for this stream. So, can someone just give me a simple summary about this issue for Vox? Oh, I can give you a summary right now for the people that just came into the stream. The summary is that it rehashes a lot of the old drama about how Vox is like a massive predator, a massive groomer, a serial cheater, a sexual coercer, but then like, the document is not able to give like adequate proof for a lot of those things, and the proof that he does provide are, let's say the conclusions that they make with the proof in hand does not fit the allegations. It's not decent. Yep. Do you agree with the Luca document? I, for the most part, agree with the Luca document, yes. I think the Luca document was a pretty interesting one. I'd have to revisit it. I forgot most of the context. But I remember agreeing with a lot of it, and me thinking that it was actually a good document. It was also minor. Oh yeah, and a lot of the things that Vox did in this post, aside from the current stuff that he's doing in Nijisanji, he was a minor. He was fucking 16. Yeah. Vox did all of this when he was a dumb teenager. So, you know, yeah. TLDR, Vox was a jerk teenager, but I don't think he's everything that the maker of this document says he is. I don't think he's a predator. I don't think he's a, you know, a sexual, what's I'ma call it? A deviant or fucking whatever, groomer, etc., pedophile, etc., whatever. Yeah. The author is a good archivist but somewhat bad at writing. Yep, I think so as well. He's not Aster levels of nasty, basically. I suppose we haven't seen the extent of what Aster can do, right? And we haven't seen the extent of what Vox can do. But from what we know so far, then yes, not as bad, I would like to think. Anyway, chat, stay dangerous. That's all for this stream. Thank you for coming into the stream with me. Again, thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the everything. I truly do appreciate it. And that will be it for this stream. RVG, if you're still watching, just clip the part where I'm talking about the Hololive investor and the Nijisanji letters part. That's it. All of this, I think I'll just clip for myself on the second channel. Like 9 versus 17 or something? Nope, 14 and 16. That's the extent of it, bros. So bye-bye, chat. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.